There's action on two fronts for Qantas today, with Federal Parliament opening debate on government measures to increase foreign ownership levels, while the airline is issuing thousands of redundancy notices to staff. And today there'll be another meeting between Qantas officials and unions on the job cuts. One of the union officials meeting with Qantas today is Mick Pieri from the Transport Workers Union, and he's speaking here to Marius, Benson.
Mick Pieri, you're meeting with Qantas officials today. You've had meetings in the past. What do you expect to come from today's meeting?
In the past we haven't really achieved anything as far as our members are concerned. What we want to do is find out exactly how this affects our members. And, we need some answers from Qantas. I mean, the sad thing with Qantas is that they come out crying that, they're going bad and whatever. But the truth be known is that our members, who on average are on wages of about $50,000 a year, are producing, Alan Joyce has come out and said 22% productivity. It's higher than that for our guys. About a $250,000 return to what they're doing. So what we're expecting is a clear indication as to where Qantas is heading with our members.
And the reports suggest that what you'll get is a clear indication that 4,000 redundancy notices will be issued today. Yes,
well, they weren't very clear. They're talking about, the other day it was 5,000, but they're not very clear as to where they're coming from, and we need to know that. The sad thing is it's appalling where we've gotten to. This top management that we have right now came in on the back of a $1.4 billion profit, and that was in 2008, to the point where, their shares are worth next to nothing, and they don't know where they're heading. They've got 65% of the local market as far as flying's concerned, domestically, and still they can't seem to be going forward. There seems to be something wrong with the direction of this management.
The redundancies do seem a certainty. Is there anything you can do to combat them? Is there any prospect of taking, for example, industrial action in response?
Well, at this stage, industrial action is too early. But look, we'll never write that off because of the fact that, we need to fight fire with fire. Qantas aren't scared to take an industrial action. They actually closed down the airline. I think it was the start of their biggest problems, but that only happened a few years ago, if you remember, stranding people right around the world. So as far as we're concerned, we'll see whether it does affect our people. I think they're too top-heavy, so let's see if the redundancies are let's see if they streamline it to the point where they can start running a proper business again.
At the same time, in Canberra, the federal government is introducing legislation to increase the prospective level of foreign ownership in Qantas. The unions have spoken out strongly against sending jobs offshore, but do you see any merit in bringing international capital into Qantas?
Well, is it the international capital that we really need? I mean, we've had the 49-51 ratio for a long, long time. It was run successfully before. I think it's the direction of this management and this team of where they're heading. And I don't think it's going to make any difference whether they bring foreign capital in or not. Whilst they're going down this path of destruction, nothing will fix it.
So are you now resigned to the loss of jobs that Qantas has outlined?
Look, never resigned to it, always willing to try and get in there and negotiate and fix, to try and look after our members.
And do you expect anything definite from today's meeting? Will you at least know after today how many jobs are going and where?
Look, I hope so. But the problem being, the one thing I've learned about Qantas in the last few years I've been dealing directly with them, is that they never have straight answers.
Mick Pieri, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mick Pieri from the Transport Workers Union speaking to Marius, Benson.